Good evening, guys. How are you, people? So actually, the message that I'm gonna give you tonight um, is about the distractions that happen. And actually, before right before I begin this Facebook Live, a certain distraction already happened right before. So meaning to say, um, the enemy doesn't really like me to, share whatever I want to share tonight. Obviously, as in right before I click go live here, my son, my son was kind of frantic. Okay, I cannot tell you the details of why he is, but it's a personal thing, and that's not that's not with regards to my relationship with him, but his relationship with another family member who are not my children. Okay, so ayokong hindi ko hindi ko lagi sana, but in short, the the distraction happened before I discuss about distractions. So grabe, 'di ba? So okay, first of all, guys, I wanna encourage you to stay until the end of this live, because whatever I'm gonna share is something that really can help you and anyone around you, especially if someone is going to have a breakthrough. Okay, especially when you have prayed for something. Okay, and if what you have prayed for is actually aligning God's will, for sure it will happen, and that's when a breakthrough happens. Okay, so there are moments in life where when heaven opens, so meaning to say pagbibigyan tayo ni Lord. Okay, so there will be what I call the divine window, which is that period of time wherein that breakthrough is gonna happen. So this can be like in a split second, or maybe several days. There's a window of time that a breakthrough can happen. So there will be what we call also that alignment, a sacred alignment, or a God orchestrated opportunity that will be in front of you. So yun yung mga tinatawag nating breakthrough. So it could be your breakthrough season. Yan. So yan yung mga time where yung mga prayers natin nasasagot, like so there are it's a time for answered prayers, yung mga tinatawag nating favor ni Lord, dyan nangyayari sa breakthrough na yan. So there will be what we call fresh anointing, and there will be the elevation, and maybe yung mga tinatawag natin divine connections will also be put in front of you. Okay, so that is what those are the things that can happen within a breakthrough season. And if you notice right before a breakthrough season happens, there would be at the very least distractions, yung mga anong tawag natin dito, mga istorbo, distractions, or they can be also challenges, kasi yung distraction, it's actually a very neutral term, no? It can be just plainly like a cat passing by, so you happen to look at the cat, and then you miss whatever you should be actually looking at physically, kasi na-distract ka ng dumadaan na pusa, right? So yun ang tinatawag na distraction. And pag challenges, well, some people call it problems, but me, I personally call them challenges, because for me, if there's what we call problem, then we can always find a solution. So the challenge lies in finding the solutions. That's why I call the problems challenges. Okay? Because if I call them problems, medyo negative na yung dating sa akin. So I call them challenges because I know we are given by God certain ways, certain talents, certain skills to address whatever problems that we face. Okay? Or at least that kind of spirit where we can actually accept the challenge as it is. So yung tipong wala na tayong control and just let it go. You know, let God handle that particular situation. So anyway, so if you notice, right before or right in the middle of that window of time where the breakthrough will happen, distractions will show up. And it always happened with me, guys. And I don't know, you guys, maybe you can share here, share the kinds of distraction that you experience yourself whenever you feel you are on the verge of achieving a breakthrough, you know. And most of us really actually don't recognize that a breakthrough is happening. That's why you encounter so many problems, so many challenges, so many distractions, like different people, different things happen all right, one after the other. So yun yung mga tinatawag na distraction, and I'll give you an example. um okay, so distractions happened um with me when both in my spiritual walk and in my journey in my business or businesses. So, hello Mare. So sa spiritual walk ko, okay, whenever I declare, like let's say I love doing my devotionals in my early morning, in my first 2 to 3 hours. That's how much time I want to devote my time during, I mean, every day. Like 2 to 3 hours. So, ibig sabihin, dapat maaga akong gigising yan. So that the first 3 hours of my morning will be devoted only to God. Okay? So, the distractions can happen in the form of, let's say I forgot to put away my phone before I sleep. Okay. So meaning to say, pagising ko, nando sa tabi ko yung phone. So my tendency is to actually look at my phone. And well, of course, when I look at my phone, initially I would want to look at the time if it's already my waking time, for example. But then, because my phone is turned on, I would scroll a little bit. Baka may message. From the messenger, I will go to Facebook. Then from Facebook, I will go to YouTube. Then until the time has already passed by, and it's already 8:45 a.m. Wala pa ako nagawa. Di pa ako nakapag-devotional, but 9 a.m. is already my normal time for my Reman business. I mean, that's already the start of our Zoom calls. So, and I always make it a point not to be absent. I always make it a point to be present in all the Zoom calls, whether they are business calls or training calls. So, ayan. So, okay. So, I will be kind of forced to set aside for the moment reading the Bible, journalizing, and everything that is connected with my devotionals. And so, and normally, my Zoom calls will end like about 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. And by that time, it's already pretty hot. I mean, like I actually do my devotionals doon sa veranda namin. And noontime, it's already getting hot in our veranda. So I get discouraged doing my devotional already, because that's the only the place where I want to do my devotional. So I would tell myself, okay, later na lang, okay, later na lang, let's say 5 p.m. when the sun has gone down, like so, blah blah blah. But then 5 p.m., you know, there are already a lot of incoming calls and everything, everything. I mean, the world has already become so noisy, right? Dami ng mga ano non, mga kung ano-anong abala. Okay, so I couldn't really get on doing the devotional during that time. So my ideal time really is early in the morning, like 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., or if I could actually 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. But normally ano 5 lang yung talagang ano ko, yung kaya ko, because I normally sleep like 2 a.m. So yon. Anyways, that's just that an example of a distraction. Um More seriously, when I declare, okay, God, I will, because, okay, normally when I ask favor from God, I would really make that kind of commitment not to offend Him. I'll make that kind of commitment of total obedience to Him. Like, kung ano, whatever my natural inclinations are, kasi tao lang tayo, meron tayong mga weaknesses. I really make it a point that that doesn't really um, get in the way. Those kinds of desires, whatever they are, worldly, the worldly desires that can offend God. Uh, I'm I really want to avoid them as much as possible. I really want to be totally in obedience with God, because I don't want my blessing or the breakthrough to be delayed or to be denied actually, you know. So whenever I make that kind of declaration, something happens. Something happens. And you know who actually brings that? It's the enemy, because the enemy's number one role is to distract us. Okay? And as Christians, I know as a Christian, I know he cannot destroy me. He cannot possess me. All that he could do is to deceive me and distract me. That's all. And he doesn't really have any power over me, especially that I am being on my toes, always alert for any kind of satanic attack. Okay? And this happens not only to me, but also to you guys. Um, Sometimes hindi nyo lang nare-recognize. And I really pray that you get yourself alert enough. And marami tayong pwedeng pag-usapan tungkol dyan, paano kayo magiging alert, and that can be another topic that I can share with you guys. But let's just focus first on the distractions. So the distractions can come in a small way, in a big way. It can be some kind of emotional disturbance or emotional pulls, yung mga magalit ka, masad ka, ma-depress ka, those kinds of emotional situations. So that is already a distraction in itself. Then there can be unnecessary battles, like let's say may mga nakaaway ka. Hindi naman kailangan may nakaaway ka, but those kinds of yung mga na-upset ka, and it still is involving your emotions, and those kinds of emotions divert you away from whatever you have to do in order for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve, right? Then there will be times in your life where you will feel a sudden discouragement, and it happens to me, or it happened to me a lot of times. Kailan lang, eto lang, I couldn't understand why, how come, even in doing Facebook Live. That's also one of the reasons why I seldom go on Facebook Live, guys, because there will be those times when I would just feel discouraged to do it. You know why? Yung tinatawag nating imposter syndrome, um, yung parang yung ano mo, lack of belief mo sa sarili mo, like, bakit ako magto-talk tungkol dun, eh, hindi naman ako gano'n, something like that. And that's part of the imposter syndrome, and that actually discouraged me to do Facebook Live and to share whatever, and even to share my business, and it really affects my walk, spiritually, and also yung walk ko sa business ko, yung journey ko para mag-succeed ako sa business is also affected, and I really recognize that. And so yan, sudden discouragement, yung bigla ka na lang nawala ng lakas ng loob, and then it also happens na nagkakaroon tayo ng relational tension, yung mga biglang yung inside the family, you suddenly have an argument with your children, or with your spouse, or with your kapatid, with your siblings, with your boyfriend, or hindi man, it's not, even if it's not an argument, you would have that kind of negative feelings towards your partner, like you feel like, I don't feel that, let's say, you feel like, you're saying, it looks like I'm not important to you anymore, blah blah blah. So yung mga tinatawag nating pag-emote dyan, yan. So may ganon, and that actually, this diverts us from again the necessary thing that we have to do. Okay, then those kinds of like overthinking, so that is in itself a distraction. Masyado ka nag-overthink and you miss the moment already. Then you physically, there are distractions as well. Like you feel so tired for some reason. How come, like, all of these things that I'm telling you guys, I also experienced myself. That's why I'm able to share. How come I feel so tired when I haven't done anything yet? How come I feel so sleepy? Like kanina, earlier. So I was really up to doing the online service with CCF. But for some reason, I was really so sleepy. And I know that's the enemy not wanting me to listen to the service. And so what I did, okay, because the service was at 9 a.m., and I felt really so sleepy. And I know that if I'm sleepy, I wouldn't be able to absorb whatever the pastor will share. So what I did, I just said, okay, I'll just walk a little bit and do some physical things here in the house, and it's like I said to myself, it's okay if I'm kind of late in the service for a few minutes, and at least mapapbreak up na ako. So yon, so that's what I did. And so that's also a physical distraction. Okay, that's also a distraction, physical challenges. And I'm telling you guys also, recently we just had distraction in the family. So the other day, my daughter Eniko, called me or texted me. She said, "Mama, can you come over here because baby Uriel is having a fever. She is teething. Her gums are so inflamed. So I said, okay, I'll just take a bath and then I'll go there. So that was so I went there in the afternoon of Friday. So Uriel, my apo, my granddaughter was she was actually active, and she was playing with me. And then my daughter said, Mama, we just have to buy something. So Mike and I are going out for a bit, and that's just a walking distance where they went. And so I said, okay, that's okay. And I even told them, oh, maybe you can spend a little bit more time, so that the two of you can be just by yourselves, anyway, I'm here. And Uriel is playing with me. So we were just playing when they left. And then um a few minutes after, we were playing some kind of like, Uriel was throwing some toys onto something that where it can actually land. And suddenly her hands just she just brought her hands down. She was sitting on the bed. She was just like that, and then her shoulders went drooping, like laylay ang balikat niya, like that. And then she was just staring at something, and her eyes were not blinking. And then I said, what are you doing? What are you thinking? And then she was not looking at me, and this girl is so responsive. So I said, what's happening with her? So I went near her, and I grabbed her. I carried her, and she's not even, she's not even looking at me. She was not responding at all, and I was like, what's happening to her? So I tried to give her water because she's having a fever, but the fever was not that high at that time. I don't fear that she's very hot. I mean, it's just a slight fever. And then when I tried to give her water, she didn't even open her mouth. And then I said, what's happening to you? And then she went like that. She went like that. She twitched. And then I said, oh my gosh. I was thinking she already is having a convulsion. And I said, oh my gosh, Uriel, Uriel. And she was like, her eyes were just, she's staring blankly and without blinking. And I really got scared. And she she had she twitched two more times, and I was actually watching out for change of color on her face, because her mother, when her mother was a baby, she also had convulsions and she turned blue. And so I was watching out for that kind of change in color on Uriel's face, but she did that. But yes, the lips were getting a little bit paler. So luckily, fortunately, when I was about to go out of the house to bring her to the hospital, the couple, my son-in-law and my daughter were already home. And so I just told them, because I didn't want to scare my daughter. I said, hey, natutulala si Uriel. Sabi kong ganon. But what I meant is, she's having a convulsion. And then my daughter said actually that from my facial expression, they already knew that something was really wrong. So when they got inside, I instructed my daughter, get some ice. And so I applied the ice on Uriel's forehead. And I instructed them to, get some help, blah blah blah. And then a little bit after, my granddaughter's eyes began moving. She went like that, and I knew that that is already the start of her recovering from the convulsion. And then a little bit later, she cried, and so I knew she's getting okay now. And but still, we brought her to the emergency room in the hospital. And then the day after, we had to also bring her to the pediatric neurologist, just rule out any type of um, uh, other seizure, reasons for seizure, like epilepsy, like so. And God is good that the doctor said it's far from epilepsy. It's just because of the high fever. Yeah, okay. So that event actually is a clear distraction, both for me and for my daughter and her husband, because I cannot share whatever is happening for the couple, but it's something that really is can be considered a good blessing. And for me, I'm not really announcing here on Facebook that I'm going to the US, but now I am announcing, and I'm in the process of my visa processing. So it's like, and not only that, my business in Reman, the beauty brand in Korea that we are launching here in the Philippines. Um, the launch itself is happening next month, and there will be a soft launch already that is happening on the 15th, July 15th. So there will be free registration for everyone who wants to do the business. So it's like, I have been really preparing for for the launch, and suddenly this thing happened. So whatever I was planning to do on that day did not happen, and I had to delay some activities just because of what happened. So that is a distraction, okay? And not only that, there have been a lot of different people showing up, and I had to be really super alert in terms of uh, having that kind of discernment where I can recognize if these people who are showing up in front of me in my life are actually God sent. Because there are lots of times when um, there can be good things, or there could be seemingly good things or seemingly good people that appear in front of you, and of course, because they are good, then you actually accommodate them, right? And then you're happy they are in your life, or they are in your circle, but then they are actually not God things. They are not actually God people, meaning they're not sent by God. Okay, they are just there um to deceive you. Okay, so mapofrustrate ka lang. That's what I'm saying. So those are distractions as well. Okay, so not all good things or not all good people that you encounter are coming from God. So that's why it's very important to pray over things, over people, you know. And even with the actually, I made a really big business decision as well during the past few weeks, because I have resigned from economy. Well, there are things that happened, but I'm thankful to economy because of economy. We had developed a good trading community. It's not really bad. It's just that there was a certain company direction that I think is not uh, anymore in alignment with what I want to happen. So I have to resign. And then, well, even before I resigned, there was already something that's being presented to me, and it's like nakakapagtaka. It's like this person, he doesn't really know what's happening, and then he suddenly shows up, and then we got to talk, we got to meet here in the Philippines. He came from Dubai, and then we met, and then at that time I said, you know what, I'm not I'm not it's like I'm not sure if I could actually work with you, because I have my team here in economy, blah 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 blah. And so it's like I don't want to confuse people. Okay, so I said to this person, and this person is a very good person. I said I will let you know if I would proceed or not, because I have to think things over. I have to consider a lot of things. I have to actually pray over it. Okay, then then when God really wants to you to have something or to do something, He actually gives you the go signal. He actually tells you, okay, pull the trigger. Okay, so things happen in economy, uh, and in our team itself, because my concern was my team. I don't want to be labeled like, ay, nangiiwan ka, something like that. But what happened was, there was a transfer by the whole team except me, or maybe half of my team actually. I mean, not my own team, like my own line, but the other lines, they transferred to another company. And so I said, okay, I think I'm free. So I think I'm free to decide now. So I gave the good news to this guy. His name is Max Nielsen. He's actually a European who's based in Dubai. I gave the go signal. I said I think I'll be okay to actually work with you now, because I don't have to worry about being confused or my team being confused, you know. So in fact, the company that he's working with is also is actually the company that I first launched here in the Philippines in terms of trading, and B. So I'm back with B, okay, and it's much better. So I mean I just have to mention this, because this is, I mean, when, okay, when you are about to be in the breakthrough, or when the breakthrough is about to happen in your life, there will be different sorts of things that will happen, and it's like maguguluhan ka. Okay, it's like, what's happening, like this person actually is appearing, and there are people in my past that has resurfaced,